Just from the elimination of the wing to multiple attempts for a green-white checker finish, racing changing for the better. To explain one of the new rules, Darrell and Jeff brought back some old-school technology.
Chris, everybody's asking all week long, what is the wave around? That's right, the wave around. Nobody understands it, so I brought in Professor Waltrip to explain it to us.
Just take Saturday night, last week, for instance. The 18 car was the leader. 10 laps after those green flag stops, a caution flag comes out. Now, if 18 stays on the racetrack, the wave around doesn't work. 18 and all the other lead lap cars, they go to pit road. When they go to pit road, the cars that are a lap down move up behind the pace car.
But Professor, the way this is lined up, pace car, lap down cars, leader, and the rest of the lead lap cars, that's the way it used to be.
Well, yeah, it's the way it used to be, and that's right. But here's the deal. Just think about it, folks. We used to sit up there, Mike, Larry, and I, and the guys in the pits. Where's the leader? Where's the leader? Oh, there he is. So the leader had to take the green flag behind all these cars that were on the tail end of the lead lap. NASCAR wanted to simplify it, so they instituted the wave around rule. This way, they get an opportunity to go all the way around the track. They're still at the tail end of the lead lap, but the front of the field is clean for the green.
Now I understand.
Well, it helps, but that panel, it looked like you're in my uncle's basement from Aurora, Illinois.
Did you see my picture on the wall, though?
That's right.
From
the Mountain Dew car was taking the lead, baby, from the Gatorade car.
That's the old driver's lounge right there that we used to have here way back when.
I spent a lot of days in there getting lectured.
Little history.
Instead of Wayne's World, DW's World. Coming up, we're live at Darlington. Tony Stewart, 17 races since his last win. He's never won here at Darlington. We'll talk to him when we continue. NASCAR on Fox. NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and by Subway Restaurants. Enjoy so many $5 footlong subs all day, every day, only at Subway. Getting ready for the start of the race here in Darlington, and those of you wanting to catch the Yankees-Red Sox on Fox cable affiliate FX after they had an hour 15 rain delay earlier, they're playing now with the Yankees leading. Denny Hamlin won the Nationwide race last night. Spent over 13 hours in and out of his Nationwide and Cup car yesterday. How will that surgically repaired knee hold up? Tonight, he has his highest starting position he's had this year, starting 7th. The legendary David Pearson won Darlington 10 times. Jeff Gordon leads all active drivers with 7 wins, and 2-time Cup champion Tony Stewart, he's never won here. And to make things worse, in the last 5 races, he's lost 10 points in the position in the standings there. So being in the middle of the pack, not what you'd expect from a driver as good as Stewart. Last season, he became the owner driver, and you wonder now, after a good year, is it wearing on him? He was quoted as saying with his crew chief, Darian Grubb, this week, they were confused about what's going on. Let's check in with Chris Devoda. She is with Tony.
Well, Tony, one of the first to give all the credit during good times to all the people surrounding him. So what are those people saying about this slump that you guys are in right now?
I guess probably the biggest supporter we've had has been Steve Odland from Office Depot. He's called and told us to keep our head up, and that, even he's reminding me that I haven't forgot how to drive. So, we've got great people, and when you got somebody like Steve and everybody at Office Depot behind you and everybody at Old Spice, it really means the world to us. But it's just been rough. But this was a good place to us last year. We ran 3rd here, and Ryan finished 4th, and it was first twin top 5 for the Stewart-Haas organization. So looking forward to it, and happy to celebrate Coke's 124th anniversary tonight.
That's right, that 3rd place finish last year, Tony Stewart's best at this racetrack.
Thank you, Krista and Tony. Now, he's traditionally a slow starter. He makes the chase, right?
Yeah, I think he makes the chase. But what happened, folks, last year, I think our expectations changed. He started off great last year, and that's not Tony Stewart-like. This year is more like what we're accustomed to seeing out of Tony Stewart. Slow start, middle of the summer, really starts to get on a roll, and he ends up strong.
And Chris, I think you also got to factor in the new spoiler, some different tire combinations. They may not be quite caught up, but a lot of people in the garage area are at least saying tonight, watch out for the 39 car, Ryan Newman, out of the Stewart-Haas group, because they say he's good. And if he's going to be good, you got to believe Tony's going to be good.
And Tony's got experience on his side. Time for our Fox News Watch. Richard Childress is saying this week that he expects to have points leader Kevin Harvick re-signed to a contract extension by the end of the month, so they will stay together for RCR. Ryan Newman, we just talked about Tony Stewart, the 39 pit crew. They traveled to Fort Benning, Georgia to meet with troops this week and show them how to change a tire on a tank. Nice work. And speaking of pit crews, the crew for Jeff Burton of the 31 team visiting New York, and Fox and Friends, Fox News Channel, for a pit crew challenge. And now the tires on that car are fair and balanced. Time now for Gas and Go.
That's way too good.
How hard did you work on that one?
We have a staff. All right, so you have not seen the questions. We don't know the answers.
Neither of you.
That's right. That's what's good about this. Darrell, you're on the clock. Is Jeff Gordon having a good or bad year? We know he's led the most laps, but he doesn't have a victory yet.
Here's the thing about Jeff Gordon. The car he's running tonight, they've run it 3 times. It's finished second 3 times. So I'm picking Jeff Gordon to run second tonight.
All right, so he's not going to pick him. He picks Junior every week. All right, Jeff, you told us the spoiler wouldn't really make it other teams even with the 48 team and Jimmy Johnson. And I know it's early here, but Jimmy Johnson has not won since we went back to the spoiler. Is it an equalizer?
I don't think it's an equalizer. I think it's got a lot of people confused, and we've seen so much other confusion because of green-white, checkers and double file restarts and everything that goes involved with it. I think that's been more of a balancing that deal than the spoiler has.
Okay. He was backpedaling. Darrell, will Juan Pablo Montoya,
That's something new?
He's 18th in points. Does he make the chase? Because he's been moving up 6 positions in the last 2 races. He's gone up.
2 weeks ago, I'd have said no way.
Yep.
But the last 2 weeks, he's had top 10 finishes. He's recovered some. He's got back a lot of those points he lost. He knows how to do it. They did it last year, and looks like he's got a lot of happy fans out there tonight.
That's your buddy Herbert Ames.
That's Big Herbert.
And he was just up at the TPC visiting his friend, watching some golf in between. All right, Jeff, for you, what's going on with Roush Fenway Racing? We haven't had a Ford win a race this year. The team has been shut out of victory lane since last fall.
Very good question. I don't know.
Is it horsepower? I hear that.
I think it has a lot to do with the handling part of the thing. I think they've got good horsepower. I think they're having a problem with the handling package more than anything else, and they've got to go back and work with the engineers to improve their handling their race cars.
They're in a slump.
Big time.
They're hanging in there in points. For you, Darrell, Denny Hamlin, we won the Nationwide Series. We talked about that. He says he's still rehabbing that knee. It's a lot more work than he thought it would be. Talk about the challenge for him, especially on a track like this.
I don't know. I'm going to get both of mine worked on. If it makes him run like he's been running, I can tell you that. No, the rehab's come along great, and obviously it's not affecting him. He raced last night. He was up all day and half the night. He'll be good tonight. That 11 car is bad fast. He's my man.
Fast race cars make you feel better, but did you see him when he got out of the car last night? He was wincing when he stepped out of the car. It's still hurting.
Kevin Harvick, will Kevin Harvick be the championship leader, points leader at the end of the night? It's just a 10-point advantage. No? So we have a change there?
Yes, he will.
All right, and the last question. What did you guys get your moms for Mother's Day?
Oh, wow. Hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day. You got your flowers. I love you. Big hug, big kiss.
My mom, Nancy, I've got you a beautiful card coming for tomorrow, as well as a special gift card to your favorite restaurant.
And for all the people who work on the show, their moms appreciate it. I know Bill Richards, our producer, his mom, Christine, watches the show. She TiVos it and then counts my mistakes, kind of an executive producer.
I thought she was counting bills.
And tells him. Well, that too.
21, 22.
Every sport has its own lingo. Football, the blitz and the cover two. Baseball, the suicide squeeze, high heat. NASCAR, when the driver and the crew chief, when they talk on the radio, no static. Everything is crystal clear to them.
Plowing. The forward bite is a lot better than the first front. Turn 4 is more of a lateral load, as you can't make rookie mistakes. Look like a bunch of buffoons. I turned off your magical beat blower.
Yeah, he's a little jelly-legged, but he's walking.
But I'm checking up inside you. Dad, we're going to go over a toolbox hookup routine, because 2 weeks in a row it's falling apart. Do you want that booty for your foot? Holy moly.
As former driver and crew chief, you guys, I'm sure, had your own lingo. What do you like? You have some favorites?
I didn't hear anybody talk about a thing was turkey walking. Did you?
No crabbing.
No juking
or jiving. How about a hospital hop?
Oh, a hospital hop.
What's that? What's a hospital hop? You heard me?
That's when you're in big trouble.
You're going out of here.
Okay. All right. So you said Jeff Gordon was going to finish second.
Yeah.
Who's going to finish first?
Well, you know what? Even that, it's going to be a Jeff or a Mark.
Okay. Mark Martin,
Yeah,
Jeff
there'll
Gordon.
be a mark in the car, and it won't have a mark on it, I promise you.
And for you, think about it, we have Kevin Harvick is at the back of the pack, Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards starting way back. This is not an easy place to.
When you talk about, look, Kyle Busch, it's going to take a lot of strategy right now, folks. You got to watch these guys. 2 tires or something like that, no tires. They've got to get to the front and get track position if they expect to win.
You got to be smart. You got to be a thinking man. You can't run at 100%, I promise you. Not all night.
Have fun in the play-by-play booth with Larry and Mike. We'll be talking to you. All right.
We always have fun.
Here.
She's pegged.
At Darlington.
90%.
And for those of you trying to catch the conclusion of the Yankees-Red Sox that had an earlier rain delay on our Fox Cable affiliate FX, you can see they're in the bottom of the